Hello and welcome everyone. So, again today I am back with the live alone. Unfortunately, as I said yesterday, my friend, my partner is down with his health. He is recovering, but again, I hope for a speedy recovery. So, I guess what a game! What a game today it was. Uh, let's see, let the viewers join. As of now, am I audible? I hope I'm audible. Yes. So what a game it was today. Again, I thought today it was for me it was the best game of the IPL so far. So far, and it was the game between top two teams. The top two teams really fought hard, and the separation was by just one run. Just one run. It so means you got to feel for DC. Oh, you got to feel for the side which always comes second in this thing. It's such a close game. So let's give some time for viewers to join in. Yeah, sorry. Yes. Uh, so now let's discuss something about the game. Now, for me, I thought, like the main separating factor between both the games, both the innings was one man, Abraham Benjamin de Villiers. Now, again, as I said, this, like for me, this was the best game of the IPL so far. And it's really difficult to separate both the teams by just a margin of a run. But that innings and that last over by AB de Villiers was the main game changer. Now, whom to blame for that? I thought it was a massive miscalculation by Rishabh Pant. Rishabh Pant, the captain, not the batsman. The reason I'm saying so, the reason why I'm saying such harsh thing is that he finished the over of Rabada quite earlier when AB de Villiers was on strike. And the last over had to be done by Stoinis or Amit Mishra. I thought he could have bowled Amit Mishra in the 17th over, followed by, they were, I guess the second last over was bowled by Ishan Sharma or someone. And the last over could have been bowled by Rabat. Or Avish Khan bowled the second last over, penultimate over. And the last over could have been bowled by, I thought, Rabada. Because what happened when Marcus Stoinis is bowling the last over, the you know you will go for runs, and especially when you have AB de Villiers in front of that 20 runs, 22 runs over made all the difference. If you see, Delhi Capitals came back to this game strongly because they have a power-packed batting lineup. Even though their top order failed, miserably, but Delhi Capitals came back strongly. But again, I guess that last over captaincy blunder will pinch them. Okay, I have a question from Mr. Sogoto Sen. DC lost due to last over by Stoinis and inability of Pant to clear the rope. He was almost run a ball till the end. See, Shogota, what I feel today was one of the off day for Rishabh Pant, where he was unable to connect, and whatever he was connecting was going to the fielder. I feel so. But I was more unhappy with Rishabh Pant, the captain. That last over by Stoinis made all the difference. That last over went for 22 runs. If that over would have gone for maybe 10, 12 runs, DC would have got those 2 points. Again, I'm saying such matches are really heartbreaking for the team which is on the shorter end of the side. DC lost by just a run, just one run. But that last over will going to haunt them. But again, Rishabh Pant was unable to connect the ball, and it can happen for any athlete. One off day is there; it's permissible. I was unhappy to see with the miscalculation, and also one more thing: this he should have given he should have given Shimron Hetmeyer the strike. I thought when he was taking the couples and all, he should have given because Shimron Hetmeyer was striking the ball cleanly. And also one more miscalculation I thought, but that is very difficult to judge sitting on your AC room. that the last ball would have been a wide. The last ball, if Rishabh Pant had left, would have been a wide, and then he would have with 4 5 runs were there. Then a four would have gone for a super over. With with the 6 run to win, you need to hit the over boundary. It's very difficult. But again, thoughts for DC, thoughts for Rishabh Pant. But again, I would say today to top-notch team played, RCB coming back to RCB, they had a disappointing batting. They had a it was totally dependent on AV de Villiers. I thought somehow Delhi Capitals let go of the initiative in the last over because Delhi Capitals were spectacular till the 19th over. The last over, the 20th over made all the difference. I would say again. Today, again, RCB bowled well. I would say RCB bowled quite well. Uh, the Kylie Jemison went for, I guess, 20, 21 runs and that over. That was acceptable because Shimran Hetmyer was hitting well, the ball quite well. I thought only thing that DC wanted one more batsman with Rishabh Pant and Hetmyer. Stoinis didn't work. The top order failed miserably. And I had one food for thought. Steve Smith. I think he is a misfit in this Delhi Capitals batting lineup. Delhi Capitals needs to bring in might be Sam Billings because Steve Smith is not a predominantly T20 player. Steve Smith is not a prominent T20 player. So I guess someone like a Sam Billings with his innovations, with his quick run scoring ability, could have added some value. So that thing DC needs to ponder. But again, I really means I have a feeling for Hetmyer and Pant, those two youngsters. Those two youngsters really, I would say, played well. Rishabh Pant, again, bad luck, man. Today was one of the off day for you, the batsman, because if Rishabh Pant would have played 45, 50 balls, he would have won you the match in the 18th or 19th over. Today was an off day, I would say again. But I was a bit disappointed with Rishabh Pant, the captain. That miscalculation of Stoinis in the last over was really dampening. And, when you lose by a run or so, things go back to see, like a run could have been saved here and there, a wide ball or something. What if that was not a wide? Things go back to these things. But again, RCB bowled well. AB de Villiers played well. They deserve to be the winner? Again, that's a thing for debate, a call for debate. But RCB got vital 2 points and they have 1 foot on the playoffs. RCB has 1 foot on the playoff. And one more thing, I was very happy with Virat Kohli, the captain today. And this is the striking difference because Virat Kohli is a seasoned captain. Rishabh Pant is a new captain. What Virat Kohli did was that he knew Harshad Patel, even though he got the wickets, he might not give you that. He might not give you that over in the last because he has lack of pace. So he bowls Siraj, and also if you see, he calculated that DC has two big hitting left-handers down the order. So the first over of the match was bowled by Daniel Sam, so that when the left-hander would be batting, the bigger side of the ground, the leg side of the ground is the bigger side of the ground. So for hitting a six, you need to play really hard. You need to hit the ball hard. So these are small things in cricket. These are small things, but these small things makes a lot of difference. So I would say I was really happy with Virat Kohli, the captain, the calculation, because cricket is a game of calculation, and MS Dhoni taught us that. So Virat Kohli calculated. So the first over was given to Daniel Sam so that Mohammad Siraj, if need be, can bowl in the later part. And he bowled Siraj with the longer end of the boundary on the leg side. Shogotoshan, another question. How good is AB? Have never seen him fail while finishing an innings. Whatever the pitch and condition, he will probably be the best ever T20 player. Oh, absolutely. Without doubt. AB de Villiers is someone who has all the shots in the book. He's Mr. 360 degree, but he has a brain. He is not like someone like Andre Russell. Andre Russell is see the ball, hit the ball. But AB de Villiers is someone, he has brain. He can power the innings. He can see again. AB de Villiers is a man. You are 12 for 2, send out AB de Villiers. You are 160 for 2, send out AB de Villiers. He is the finisher, the middle order, the umbrella man, the opener, whatnot, and even the wicket keeper. What an innings again. What an innings by AB de Villiers, a champion knock. One more thing to add. Yesterday, we saw dew, like rain it was falling. There was a bucket full of water on the ground. Today, there was no dew. I think that, you know, dented Delhi Capitals chase a bit. Delhi Capitals was depending heavily on the dew because the pitch is a tacky one. This is not a 200, 190 pitch. Without dew, I feel somewhere around 170, 180 would be a good score on this pitch. Delhi Capitals was depending heavily on the dew. But again, cricket is a game of chances, as we say. RCB one foot in the door to the playoff. Back to back 2 years on the playoff. So this is the year for RCB to go the distance. This is the year for RCB to really lift the cup and to fill up the vacuum which is there in the trophy cabinet. I feel this is the year for AB de Villiers and Virat Kohli. So I guess that's it for today's match discussion. RCB versus Desi. Now I would now jump towards the next match, that is tomorrow, SRH versus CSK. Tomorrow is a mighty important match for SRH. CSK also is an important match, but more so for SRH. It's a mighty important match. They are on a losing spree. If they lose tomorrow, then they have 1 foot outside the tournament. CSK again, they need to win the match to be on the top of the table. Currently, RCB is on the top, so CSK needs to win the match to be on the top. But SRH again, Delhi, Firoz Shah Kotla, pitch will be a bit slower. Pitch will aid spinner, but again, like Chennai, I thought it should have suited SRH a bit more. But alas, unfortunately, apart from their foreign contingent, the Indian batters couldn't, make a hay of that thing. Okay, I have a question from Ovi, but again, disappointed. They are extremely volatile. Yes, my friend, as I had discussed earlier, RCB's batting today depended heavily on AB de Villiers, especially the last over. If you see the batting, even ABD was unable to hit before the last over because I thought Delhi Capitals worked excellently. That massive miscalculation by Rishabh Pant or Marcus Stoinis changed the entire game. ABD, that last over 20 runs again. Yes, but again, RCB's batting was volatile. I thought they were somewhere 60 for 3. From there again, I think RCB's batting is depending heavily on their openers and Maxwell and ABD. Maxwell, again, we are not sure. Any day, someday he can play the big shots, someday he can fizz out. ABD is the only constant in that equation. So yes, if RCB needs to win the tournament, they need to fire all cylinders. But again, today I think was a very important match for RCB. Reason is that Mohammad Siraj bowled a crucial over to two big hitters, Hetmaya and Pant, and believe me, he came out champion. So definitely, but RCB needs to, yeah. Kohli must go back to number 3. No, my friend, I don't think so. The reason is that, see, Virat Kohli, I think, is christening himself for the opening slot because of the Indian World T20 in mind. I think he must open. Looking at the bigger goal into the mind perspective, because number 3 is, you may argue that, RCB can send Virat, but for RCB's perspective, Virat Kohli may play at number 3 because that batting is heavily dependent on Maxwell and ABD down the order. But I don't think Virat Kohli will go to number 3. Some more innings he will play as an opener, especially keeping that World T20 in mind. Now, now I will come back to a discussion to CSK versus SRH. Again, as I was saying, tomorrow, a very important match for SRH. CSK, now the team is more or less with the inclusion of Muin Ali and everything. Their team, no, my friend is disagreeing. No matter what you say, looking at the current, Kohli is hardly. Now, if you see the entire IPL, my friend, not only this, even the last IPLs also, Virat Kohli in IPL hardly makes some impact because in 2016 he made a lot of impact. But again, Virat Kohli, this season he is opening because he is again christening himself for the World T20. And for, yes, you may argue that for RCB's sake, he may bat at number three. But again, I think he give him some more innings as opener, because for looking at the bigger goal into the perspective, I think Virat Kohli needs to open. I feel so, because in World T20 he will open for India. He and Rohit Sharma. So I think he will give himself some more games, because one problem with RCB is that, again, as I said, their middle order is very much dependent on Maxwell and AB de Villiers. Like we saw in the CSK match, when Maxwell and ABD failed, the entire RCB batting crumbled like a pack of cards. So that's a very important thing, that if the middle order, like if you get Maxwell and ABD cheaply, RCB batting will fall like a pack of cards. So that might be their undoing when they go in the longer length in this tournament. Yeah, sorry. Again, coming back to CSK versus SRH. Tomorrow, if you say on paper, I guess SRH, the team, because Delhi is a Firozshah Kotla is a slower pitch, but again CSK plays in Chepauk, like in such sort of pitches. I think Imran Tahir should play. Imran Tahir must play in Kotla, come what may, and they might play with the same combination they played in the last match. Only thing, Muin Ali should come in place of any one of the player, maybe Dwayne Bravo or someone. But I guess Imran Tahir must play in Kotla, and SRH is heavily dependent on. Okay, yeah. One question from Shogot Sen. SRH needs to play Manish Pandey in the middle of Delhi pitch. His experience is required. Yes, Shogotoda, absolutely without fail. Why I'm saying so, looking at that SRH side, apart from Warner, Williamson, Johnny Basto, Rashid Khan, okay, the batting only, barring these three, everyone is clueless. Everyone is clueless. I guess instead of Virat Singh, you need to play Manish Pandey. See, again, Manish Pandey may not be in such good of a knock, but again, he is better than other batters. Okay, my friend is saying tomorrow's match CSK will be CSK. SRH has no chance. Again, what you are saying on paper is absolutely correct. But remember, Punjab Kings defeated Mumbai Indians when we thought Mumbai Indians have, Punjab Kings has no chance. Tomorrow, upsets happen, but again tomorrow CSK has the advantage, no doubt, and SRH needs to win. SRH needs to win those matches, tomorrow's match. Just one food for thought. When I'm looking the schedule, I think two big games for KKR is coming up. RCB, Delhi Capitals in Ahmedabad. And these two are right now very strong teams. These two are very strong teams right now. So it will be acid test for KKR. Now KKR cannot falter so much, especially their batting. Their batting, the top order is faltering. They are dependent on either Russell or Morgan or even DK with the bits and pieces sort of a thing. If that is the case, SAR might come second. So KKR needs to work on the batting lineup, come what may. So with this thing, we would like to finish off our chat, guys. COVID is really scary and it's really creating a havoc right now. I request everyone to stay at home if possible. If you need to go out, please wear a mask, wash your hands, use sanitizer, maintain social distancing, and whenever possible, whenever eligible, please take the vaccine. There is no second thought for that. Together we can defeat this virus. I have lost some near and dear ones to COVID. I have lost a very close ex-colleague of mine. I don't want to lose any one of you else. Please, guys, take care of everyone and together we can defeat COVID. Okay. So with this, we come to end of this chat. Good night. Goodbye.